Yo, it's Midas. Let's talk about the AI bubble and how it will pop. Where I believe the AI, this overvaluation, is very similar to the dot-com crash. So disclaimer, this video is only for educational purposes. Make sure to do your own research. So AI is the future. Many people underestimate the potential of AI. They think it's undervalued or overvalued, and they believe that AI is just going to, eventually go away and not be useful anymore. But you need to think that AI has now been integrated into our daily lives, whether we like it or not. Instead of asking someone to Google it, people are now using ChatGPT to get their search answers. And I believe that AI will slowly take over jobs or make the responsibilities of jobs a lot different. I think this could be said for software engineering, where a lot of these coders are spending time, learning new languages. Except nowadays, there's something called vibe coding. We're able to code up these companies with just AI. And this is a quote by Sam Altman. And this is because of like the Ghibli, Studio Ghibli type pictures that were allowed to be created using the new ChatGPT model. So as you can tell here, the GPUs were like burning up a couple of days ago since the hype started. This should tell you something that AI is now being, used everywhere. That GPUs are heating up from the amount of users that they currently has. But I do agree though that many AI companies are overvalued. So AI companies are trading at significantly higher revenue multiples compared to non-AI software firms. This means higher premiums. AI publicly traded companies had a median revenue multiple of 11.2x, while non-AI counterparts stood at 5.5x. And aggressive valuations are not aligned with startups' current financial performance. It's because ever since that venture capital started funding in AI startups, AI-related companies secured 5.7 billion in January 2025 alone, which accounts for 22% of global venture funding. That's a loads of money being invested into the AI industry. And because of all this bullishness for I do believe that AI hype is leading to a similar dot-com crash. This means a flood of imitators. Companies with .com in their name received funding despite lacking viable business models. I think AI companies, or a lot of them, are being funded like crazy without any substance. This creates an overhype and speculation where internet startups were massively overvalued with little revenue. And AI startups are now being funded at extreme valuations with no clear path to profitability. Finally, with VC money just pouring into AI as it did with in the 90s due to FOMO, those are my reasons why that the AI hype is very similar to what we'll experience with the dot-com crash. On the other hand of things, looking at tech startups with Y Combinator, they're only funding for AI. Many of these startups are useless and just integrate lots of buzzwords for funding, mainly ChatGPT clones or using open source AI models. And 95% of the code for YC startups, which Y Combinator is a very big organization that funds startups, that they funded Coinbase, they funded Databricks, as well as OKLO. Many other established companies are possibly funded by Y Combinator when they first started out. And a lot of the code written by these startups were written by AI with a vibe coding. And also VCs are just looking to throw money at the future. And when I say quote unquote future, what this means is that many of these companies have no substance and will eventually fail as soon as the AI companies or the AI industry becomes oversaturated. Think of it like the app bubble or the dot-com bubble, where a lot of these companies, just added .com in their name or just created a bunch of apps. But now look at these apps. Did anyone download any of these apps anymore? Like on your phone, do you have like 20 different apps, or maybe just 5 that you mainly use every day? And there's like a bunch of these headlines with Y Combinator where they're criticized after back an AI startup that admits it basically cloned another AI startup. This is crazy news that this established organization would even fund an AI company without doing all this background research as to where they got the idea from. Is it similar to any other competitors? So I believe that AI companies will crash hard once companies realize that many of these companies are just completely useless and were only funded because of AI as a buzzword. The AI industry will crash. It doesn't matter if it's useful or not. Think about the DeepSeek event or quantum computing with Jensen Huang, the CEO of NVIDIA. We will see all-time lows for many of these AI companies when we enter the bear market. But I do believe that if you pick the right ones, you will make millions. It's the same idea as that event with the metaverse with Meta, how Meta fell to like low hundreds after they thought the metaverse was a complete failure. But look at Meta stock now and imagine if you purchased that when it was $100. That'd be a 6x at today's price. My final point, I believe, is many AI companies will fail. The ones that survive will make millions of. So once the media paints AI as a failed project, do not fall for it. AI is here to stay and will change our world. As retail panics, the big players will buy up your shares for cheap. So look into AI stocks that have actual use cases and load them up during the bear market. Try to set your time horizon when holding these stocks, which be 5 years plus, once the world figures out that AI is so important and the hype picks up again. These are my bets. I have Tesla, NVIDIA, Google, Reddit, Palantir, Big Bear AI, Recursion Pharmaceuticals, OKLO, and Nebius Group. I'll be making a video on why these are my top AI stock picks as to their different use cases and why they will succeed after the AI bubble does get popped. But yeah, that's all I have for today. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.